Adventures in Coastbreaking. Man, fuck off of this. We play bullshit. I don't like it. Oh my fuck. Why does shit keep popping up? Just trying to click fuck the quest. Alright everyone, today we are going to be doing something unusual. Ask me what it's like being a Gringotts Coastbreaker, and I thought you may all want to know. Not professionally though, wouldn't you like to hear what it's like to have a career in Coastbreaking? No one's paid us to deal with all these coast vaults after all. How's the pay, Weasley? Satisfactory, that's the extent of my curiosity. Got any questions about being a professional Coastbreaker? What's your favorite thing about being a Coastbreaker? I'm constantly encountering new dangers, but at least I'm not bored. I can see how that would hold the Sultan's appeal. Brilliant, I'm happy to answer all the questions you got. Crikey, Bill, did you mention dragons? Thought that might get your attention. I have to admit, I'm pretty curious myself. But my boss, Scriphook, said my next assignment would be at the Romanian Dragon Sanctuary. I've always wanted to go there. They have got all sorts of dragons. When do we leave? It's my job after all. Perhaps you could bring in some outside help. I'd like to see some professional coastbreaking in action. What's to regret? It's only fair to let us class dismiss. Oh, no you don't. We are not done talking. Can you believe him? Let's meet in the Great Hall later. Perhaps we can change his mind. Can't believe Bill, he knows I love dragons. They all I ever talk about. Don't he bring me with him? He's just trying to protect ya. Protect me from what? Having my dreams come true? Thanks a lot. Fair point. He should know you can handle yourself. You're the one who defeated the Hungarian Hontail in the Coast Vault. After all, spent most of that fight digging me and Mule out of the rubble. I wish you'd let us come along. I'd really like to see what the day-to-day work of a professional coastbreaker is like. We'll simply have to convince him to let us come along. We can't just barge into his workplace and demand he take us with him. I think we should at least entertain some other strategies. I'm starting to come around to your original plan. I have just had another idea. Do you think we could use Polyjuice Potion to disguise me as a goblin? Not sure if it works on goblins. Besides, we don't have time to make it a potion. So you think we should just yell at Bill until he agrees? Perhaps we could politely insist on it instead of yelling. Shall we then? I just need to go get flue powder, then I'll be ready. Next up, Gringotts. what it would feel like to come to work here thinking of applying to be a banker was Bill. There he is. Come on, stop right there. Why are you two shifty characters going in such a hurry? We are dragon experts. Really, it just so happens we are looking for a dragon expert. Great coincidence. I'm inclined to think you are not who you say you are. What are you doing here? Friends of yours? Careful, they are not to be trusted. Thank you for your vigilance. I'll take it from here. What are you two doing here? You can't just ambush me at work like this. Then don't run off when we are trying to talk to you. There's a story behind all of this. And we want to go too. I already told you I can't take you with me, no matter how much you like dragons. Fan of dragons, are we? So was the Goblin Smith. Ugoff the Unwary was one of the finest goblinsmiths who ever lived. He boasted that he could make a perfect replica of a dragon's egg out of solid gold. He was right, his dragon egg was perfect, too perfect. A mother dragon mistook it for one of her own and torched his smithy, taking the egg from the ashes. He reaped the bitter fruits of his hubris, but his name will live forever. The loss of such a valuable artifact rankles. Which brings me to the details of your next assignment. We suspected the same dragon who stole the egg now inhabits the Romanian Dragon Sanctuary. Have I made myself clear? Take the Pokey to the sanctuary and recover the egg. It will be dangerous, yes, but you must let nothing stand between you and victory. I'll find the egg and report back as soon as I have it. We'll do everything in our power to help Bill complete his mission. Perhaps you can help him with his studies then. Dragons can be dangerous and subtle creatures. The better you understand them, the better chance you'll have not being born to a curse. You two can help me study, but that doesn't mean I'll bring you with me. I'll meet you at Hog's Head. It should be a good place to study. I appreciate you taking the time to help me study, but this changes nothing. I still can't take you with me. I know it seems unfair, but that's just the way it is. Can't you see it my way? Well, I see where you're coming from, but I think there's room to negotiate. Didn't explicitly say we couldn't go, but he's not exactly common practice to bring your friends and family along. Alright, enough squabbling, you two. I understand better than anyone how difficult having a brother can be, but you're annoying my customers. We came here to study dragons, and we ought to focus on that. This has actually been quite helpful. It seems there's a lot I don't know about dragons, which is why we need your help. You need our help. I do know a thing or two about dueling dragons. If you stay any longer, you'll need to order another drink. Since I said so, that's one. I'll have a drink. All this dragon studying is thirsty work. My brother discovered troll uses of dragon's blood. International fame and recognition. A thankless job teaching a bunch of snot-nosed bats how to wave their wands around. Pokey activates at the same time I'm supposed to be teaching you lots of new counter-jinks. I don't suppose you have a time tunnel? Why not make it the trip to the Dragon Sanctuary, a defense against the Dark Arts field trip? I told you it wasn't common practice to invite other people. Quit being stubborn. I think it's an excellent idea. Alright, we can try it your way on one condition. You'll be in charge of organizing the field trip. I've got enough on my plate. Deal, I'll gather everyone at the 3 Boomsticks to let them know. Alright, I gather everyone at our code. Some of our classmates weren't able to make time. We ought to keep this small anyway. Those of you who did make it, I've got some great news that you'll all want to hear. No? Tea Bots is finally releasing a ghost flavor. Not that I know of. I've always wondered what they taste like. I imagine they would taste like candy floss or perhaps marshmallows. Thanks, Charlie. As many of you know, Bill's job is sending him to the sanctuary. We all remember the tantrum you and Charlie threw when you wouldn't let him jump. What the fuck am I saying? What if I told you that he had changed his mind and authorized me to plan a field trip to the sanctuary? We'll even get to help him with his task. I'd like to know more about this myself. Oh, well, I suppose I'll do my best to crunch it. Once you hear about Bill's assignment, you'll be begging to come along. What do you think? Sounds rather exciting, doesn't it? Just imagine an egg but gold. What will they think of next? That's what has you most excited? Don't you think that sounds a little dangerous? You may even face a dragon before, but the rest of us haven't. Wouldn't have beat the Horntail in the Coast Vault without my help. Fought the dragon alone and you know it. None of this is making me feel more comfortable. Are you sure it's safe? Don't worry, I'll protect you. No dragon will harm you while I'm around. That's comforting, but I'm not sure how many dragons you can handle at once. Suppose we'll find out. There shouldn't be any need. Dragons rarely cooperate with one another, and they tend to keep no distance so long as they don't feel threatened. When you put it that way, how about you, Mueller? Interested in joining us? Just one question on me. I want you by my side if things get hairy. Alright, I'm in. Just like that. Why not? This is a job for Coast Breakers after all. I'll join you, but only if you agree to my terms. That I'll get to ride a dragon. I'll go and promise you that. Very well then, you drive a hard bargain, but I accept. We'll be traveling by Pokey, so we'll meet in the courtyard tonight. Were you saying we have to spend the night there? It'll be fun. But where are we going to sleep? Do you have a tent? No, I don't. I think I know where to get one. Good to see you. Let me guess, you heard I was whipping up another batch of raw cakes. I wanted to ask you if you had any camping supplies I could borrow. More raw cakes for me and Farron. What do you need camping supplies for? We're planning a class trip. Don't worry, it's school sanctioned. I can tell you're not likely to give up. I'll lend you what I have as long as we get one thing sorted. You got to know your backcountry preparedness and find safety. Can't risk you getting hurt out there. How much do you know already? Gotten camping a few times? Oh shit. Let's start by going over the basics. So that's about sums it up. Got any questions? Those fire safety rules will still apply if we are camping at a Romanian dragon sanctuary. You neglected to mention that. I suppose I did. This won't do at all. You're not to use any of my camping supplies till you have spoken with Professor Kellbone. He can give you some advice for camping around dragons. Matter of fact, I'll walk you there myself. Can't risk you running off without proper training. God damn, Penny. Hello there, Hagrid. What's this you have brought me, young minds? Keep on keen on acquiring knowledge, something like that. We're planning to spend the night at the Romanian Dragon Sanctuary. Warning you not to go looking for dragons, but I may as well have been warned myself at your age. Is Charlie behind it all? And this was more of a Charlie's idea. Sure enough, I can see the glint of dragon madness in your eyes. That's the nicest thing anyone ever said about me. I won't bother trying to dissuade you, but perhaps my hard-won wisdom can bring you back in one piece. At least you won't be alone. I see you have convinced some friends to join you. Against our better judgment, perhaps. Very well then, you better all listen closely. To summarize, camping alongside dragons is dangerous and shouldn't be taken lightly. However, you can reduce the risk somewhat by casting protective wards around your campsite. One stunning spell is rarely enough to drop a full-grown dragon. You'll need to work together. Will we be really need to fight dragons? Not all dragons are as tolerant of wizards as the Welsh Green. Darkos befriended. Why, just last summer I was tramping across the Carpathians when an iron belly nearly had me for supper. I would have lost my other arm if I hadn't managed to fire off a sleeping charm. I find it's best not to be too attached to material things. Limbs come and go, but the stories last a lifetime. You need only ask yourself if it's worth the danger. So Charlie, why are you so intent on chasing dragons? The simple reasons are often best. How about you? What appeal do dragons hold for you? They are beautiful. To see dragons in a natural habitat, soaring over the mountains, what could be better? Thought of it brings the tear to my remaining eye. Mullen's paints, they have all gone absolutely balmy. I'm afraid simply has the soul of a poet, not unlike myself. You agree, Hagrid? Showing the proper respect due to dragons, I feel I might more comfortable handing over me camping supplies now that I have heard what you had to say. We'll get the supplies and meet him at the training grounds. Alright, gather around everyone, the Pokey will activate soon. It's not too late to turn back, anyone? Very well then, I won't be responsible for whatever happens, understand? We all know the risks, let's get on with it, shall we? Hagrid and Kellbone have lectured us on camping and camping with dragons, respectively. It's nothing to worry about, we are properly prepared. I do feel like we have done the work. If anyone's ready to spend the night with the Dragon Sanctuary, it's us. Expect they're always ready to spend the night there, especially around bedtime. I can see you have learned a lot. Don't judge us all by what Barnaby says. And Hagrid agreed to lend us his tent and camping supplies so we'll be comfortable to... Did Kellbone advise any specific methods? Kelbone said we should cast protective wards again around the campsite. I told you we were ready. I suppose there's no point in delaying any further. Let's make sure everyone's present and accounted for. Looks like everyone's here. Can we take the pokey now? Absolutely. I forgot something. If you have a remember, was I supposed to bring one? Never mind. It's only one night, so I reckon it will be alright. Dragon Sanctuary, here we come. Look at all the dragons. This is the best day of my life. Is that Antipodon opella? Yeah, I think it's the Norwegian Ridgeback. Those ridges won't make for a comfortable riding experience. And over there's a Welsh green. It looks just like the one back at Hogwarts, a dragon on the cliff. That mean looking one is that a horntail. Like the one from the Coast Vault. I'd rather not face that dragon. If we don't have to, let's hope it's not one that took the egg. I'm not afraid, I've dealt with a horntail before. But that dragon had been trapped in the vault for decades, perhaps longer. That one up there is a full strength, apex predator in one of the most deadly environments. A worthy opponent for the most powerful, which, with any luck, the egg will be with one of the smaller dragons. And there won't be any searching today. We only have about an hour of daylight left. I wouldn't want to get lost in the dragon territory. It'd be a lot more fun than getting bossed around. Should be off by themselves after dark. This place is scary enough. Charlie was only joking, and it will be a lot less scary once we get our campsite set up. Then we'd all better pitch in. Many ones make light work. Not bad, is it? Almost feels like home. I feel better once we have set up our roads. Care to do the honors? Alright then. Now to keep the dragons out. I feel safe already. I have to admit, our campsite does seem a little cozier without the looming threat of immobilization. Speaking of immobilization, anyone in the mood for toasting marshmallows? I suppose we have owned them, haven't we? We just don't eat too many. Don't want to be slowed down when we go looking for the egg tomorrow. This is the life. We've got marshmallows, a cracking fire. What more could we ask for? Spine-tingling scary story? Fair enough. So who wants to go first? Who's got a scary story to tell about the mummy I encountered on my last coast-breaking job? That's a good one. I love the part where you blast the mummy into dust. I guess I spoiled the ending. Perhaps we could just sit here and enjoy toasting our marshmallows. You can't have a campfire without scary stories. I don't get it. What's so appealing about scary stories? Being afraid is fun. There's nothing like the thrill of a good scare. Alright then, I'll go first. Once upon a time, there were 6 friends who went on a lovely camping trip. You think we are friends? That is scary. That story was about us. Did anyone else hear that? No need for scary stories. I'm already terrified. I should have made this a field trip after all. We can handle it, right, Penny? Not telling up made-up stories may help us distract from our real fears. Let the master show you how it's done. Have I ever told you the tale of the bloodthirsty broom? Once the bloodthirsty broom had drunk its fill of wizard's blood, it flew off into the night and was never seen again. But on dark nights like tonight, when the moon is full, you may just hear the broom outside your room sweeping thirstily. You have really outdone yourself. Thank you. That one sounded even closer. It's definitely a little unnerving, but we have got our wards to protect us. Be nice to head inside, not that I'm afraid of anything. I don't know, but I'd feel much safer in the tent than out here. Blimey, it's really big on the inside. Accommodate Hagrid, so it better be big, right? Fair point, and it looks like he left us some more cakes too. I reckon we will all ought to get some sleep. We'll need it tomorrow if we are going to find the egg. You think just because you're the oldest, you're in charge of our bedtimes? Even if I wanted to sleep, I'm not sure I could after Barnaby's scary story. You're not just saying that, are you? It's not just a scary story. I'm too excited to go to bed. It's not every day you go camping in a dragon sanctuary. That won't do. I suppose we'll simply have to stay up. Perhaps if we do something fun, it will help us forget the Barnaby's bloodthirsty broom. I've got an idea. How about a game of truth or dare? You're a genius. Let's play. You're up and you can't choose dare again. Very well, truth it is. If you had to be lost in the woods with any one of us, who would you choose? I don't want to get lost, but I do want to get picked. Keep in mind, I'm the most powerful witch at Hogwarts. I have got to go with Mula. She would give me a challenge to find my way out of there, no matter what. I've only ever wanted the best for you, and look how much you have improved with my encouragement. It's been a while since you have had a tone. Do you boss? I've got one. What are you two whispering about? That's brilliant. I dare you to eat one of Hagrid's rock cakes. You have to, it's a dare. And I think there's one around here somewhere. I think I broke a vertebrae trying to chew that. Aren't you going to finish it? Barnaby, hold him down. I don't want any part in this. Fine, I suppose it was Charlotte's idea anyway. Brothers always know each other's secrets. Bill, truth or dare? Whose side are you on? I'm sorry, rules are rules. Tell us something embarrassing about Charlie. I have to. Alright, something embarrassing. Is embarrassing that Charlie used to try to transfigure all our pets into dragons. He didn't really know any spells, so he had to improvise. He used speller tape to give Scabbers paper wings, and he made our family owl fly around with a dragon mask. What's so funny about that? It shows creativity. Then he would creep around in the bowl with a notebook, writing down his observations of dragon behavior. Charlie wants to be a dragonologist. How amusing! No one ever laughed at you for wanting to be a coastbreaker. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to really embarrass him. I suppose I got a bit carried away. Should we go talk to him? I think he just needs some time alone. It's about time we all got to bed and we can talk this stew in the morning. Bill is really keen on finding this egg. I didn't even have time to finish breakfast. Don't worry, you're not missing out. Hiking on a full stomach is my idea of a fun field trip. We'll need to cover a lot of ground if we are going to find the egg. Gather around, this is Welsh green, might just be our culprits. You already know how quite a lot about these. Doesn't look quite as approachable though. Might be the best to study it from afar from. It looks as though this dragon doesn't have a clutch of eggs. I'm wary of getting closer. Don't be such a coward. Y'all go there and check for your silly golden egg. Absolutely forbid it. I brought you here and your safety is my responsibility. Bill, no one's going to do anything dangerous. We are just trying to help. Isn't too dangerous. Charlie, where is he? Wasn't he just right behind us? What's the last time you saw Charlie? He was with us in the tent last night. I never saw him come back after. He could be anywhere. He could have gotten lost or hurt. Oh, don't worry, we'll find him, I promise. He can't have gone far on foot. I suggest we search the sanctuary until we find some trace of him. What about the egg? Forget the egg right now. All I care about is finding Charlie. This dragon doesn't look friendly. Charlie did come this way. I hope he's alright. There's no sign of him as far as I can see, but I'm not sure this dragon will let us leave. Can you tell us what we are dealing with here? Norwegian Ridgeback to me. The females tend to be more aggressive than the males, and this one looks to be a mother. That's a nest that she's gotten. If she sees us as a threat to her children, she won't back down. Let's take this nice and slow. Don't give her any reason to attack us, but don't let her catch you unprepared either. That was a nice dragon. Let's just go back the way we came. I don't think the sweet talking is going to work here. Who could say no to this face? There's your answer. She's not backing down. What do we do? Gave you any tips for fighting dragons? Now would be a good time to share them. Said we should use Stupefy, but he also said one stunner wouldn't be enough. Good on you for paying attention. Sounds like we'll have to coordinate our attacks. Everyone wait for Darkus' signal. Cast Stupefy. We have nearly got her. Finish it. Well, I guess that means she'll let us pass. She'll have to if she doesn't want another taste of my stun spells. Did we do the right thing? She was only trying to protect her family. So am I. I'm not sure Charlie would approve, though. Perhaps this is why dragons need sanctuaries, not to protect us from them, but to protect them from us. I've been told I'm proper fit. That's not what I mean. Did we do the right thing? And this is a fascinating ethical quandary, but there are better places to discuss it than the Dragon's Lair. Can anyone hear me? Please help. Did you hear that? Charlie, I think it came from that cave over there. You told me, have you been here all night? But we have to hurry. The hotel will be back any moment. Where's the rest of the group? Are they safe? They were right behind us. Well, shit. It's back. It's the young one, isn't it? It only makes it more dangerous. The young ones are quicker and more vicious. It's blocking the way out. I hope the others are okay. We'll have to fight our way to clear the cave. I can't. I fell in the dark and hurt my leg. It's not looking good. But it'll take time. Can you keep the hotel occupied? Let's do the duel. Protecto. Do my best. We are going to get you out of here. It's going to be alright, I promise. Alright then, Hotel, you aren't the first dragon I've faced, and you certainly won't be the last. Oh, we can actually have the duel. Oh, I finally won. I fucking did. Oh, I'm gonna... How's he looking, Bill? I'm not sure I can last much longer. Stunners don't seem to do much. I need something more powerful. What Kelburn said. That's right, he said the sleeping charm. Now, let's hope it works on the iron belly. I mean on the Honto. I don't believe it worked. Thank goodness you're okay. We would have came sooner if that dragon hadn't gone in our way. We could be so inconsiderate. That's what I'd like to know. What were you thinking? You could have gotten seriously hurt. I wasn't just running off. I wanted to prove myself. I went looking for the egg. And well, I found it. I don't believe it. It's just as Grip Hook described it. I can see why. It looks as though the Uguth bases this design on a home tail egg. Perhaps he could drool over the silly egg back at camp. I'd rather not find out how long a sleeping charm lasts. Charlie looks awfully down, doesn't he? He does. I'd like to talk to him, but I'm worried he's still mad at me. Let's go talk to him together. Everything okay? I don't know. It's hard to feel like I've messed everything up. Nonsense. I certainly don't feel that way. Thanks, but I know you're just saying that to be nice. Come on, let's talk about it some more. See what we're getting at. What you did was rather impulsive, but was also very brave. Brave and resourceful. Not many wizards could survive. Kelbo would be proud. I shouldn't have run off like that. It was silly and dangerous. The story you told was rather funny. I just didn't like everyone laughing at me. I'm sorry, Bill. Just promise me one thing, will you? Don't tell Mom. If she knew how much danger I put you in, I'd never hear the end of it. So when does the poke key activate? Any second now? Y'all done taking the tent down? No thanks to any of you. To shake it out to who wouldn't want we wouldn't want to bring it back dirty. Really notice from the looks of it, he hasn't cleaned his house and Snape was a force you. Am I going to look like that someday? Probably not exactly like that, but sort of. I think we're all packed. By the way, I'm sorry for making Bill tell an embarrassing story about you. Think you would be that embarrassed? I suppose we can call that an apology. Let's go, we have got an egg to deliver. If it isn't the scoundrels I apprehended not a few days ago. Right, enough. What that's done. Show as gold is gold. We are not scoundrels. We're here with Bill, alright? They are with me, as they are all these other students. Be warned, however, that poor Gawk and I will be watching for any signs of malfeasance. I don't know, I trust you about the egg. Of course, allow me to inspect it. Not even a scratch, that's Goblin's craftsmanship for you. The rest of us won't quite so lucky. Picked up some fleas. About that, the truth is I didn't recover the egg alone, I had some help. It would seem, tell me, how did you find the egg? That's how it all happened. Charlie found the egg on his own and Bill and I helped escape from the hotel. I can't take too much credit. Darkos is the one that defeated the dragon. Don't be too down on yourself. A Ghostbreaker needn't always work alone. As for you, was it Gringotts could use someone like you? I'd be encouraged to see. I encourage you to consider a career in Ghostbreaker. I'm leaving my options open, but I appreciate the encouragement. A shrewd answer, perhaps for the opportunities to accompany would provide some clarity. You know that's not a bad idea. We could be your Gringotts approved sidekicks. Besides, hadn't you all better get back to Hogwarts? Why should we? All we need to do is that tent and each other. Just imagine. Sleeping somewhere new every night, encountering dangerous creatures every day. What could be better? I can't think of about 100 different things. It's a nice idea, but I'd miss my own bed. Being a Ghostbreaker is enough excitement for me, even though I have had my fill of dangerous creatures, at least for a little while. Give it a few days, I'm sure you'll be back to your usual dragon mania self. Just hearing the word dragons making me nostalgic. Guess it only took a few seconds. Thanks for watching.